It was 2:14 a.m. when my phone buzzed on the nightstand. Half asleep, the glow of the screen cut through the darkness. I rubbed my eyes and saw her name, Maya. We hadn't argued that night, hadn't even exchanged words since dinner. Everything seemed fine, at least on the surface. But her message hit deeper than any fight ever could. You don't deserve me. Just 4 words. Cold. Final. No context, no explanation. I stared at the screen, heart thudding as if trying to process something my mind refused to accept. I read it again, hoping it would change. Didn't. Something shifted inside me. The kind of slow, quiet breaking moment where pain meets clarity. We had been together for 5 years. We'd built a life together, routines, memories. I had been there for her worst nights, held her through tears, through the time she lost her job and thought the world had ended. I reminded her she wasn't alone. And yet, here I was, reading words that dismissed it all. I typed, deleted, hesitated, typed again. Should I plead? Should I argue? But then something inside me steadied. A calm I hadn't felt in months. I typed, "You're right. I don't. But you also don't deserve the man I was trying to be for you." I set the phone face down and closed my eyes. For the first time in months, sleep came without replaying our conversations. Morning brought 10 missed calls, 3 voice notes, and a string of increasingly desperate messages. I didn't mean it. "Please don't ignore me. I was just upset. Can we talk?" I didn't reply. I showered, dressed, went to work like nothing had happened, because in a sense, everything already had. That text wasn't the beginning of the end. It was the inevitable conclusion, long overdue. The signs had always been there. The comparisons to others, the complaints about me being too calm, too predictable, as if steadiness was a flaw. The way she pulled away when I tried to talk, her eyes drifting to her phone mid-dinner. I tried to understand. I told myself she needed space, that it was a phase. But that text, there was no mistake in it. It was truth spilling out in the quiet of night, when hearts forget to lie. Later that evening, she showed up at my apartment. Nonak, just standing there, eyes red, phone clutched in her hand. "I was drunk," she said quickly. "I didn't mean it. I was frustrated." I looked at her, the woman I had loved for years, and felt nothing familiar in my chest. No pull, no urge to comfort. Just exhaustion, the kind that runs deeper than sleep. "Maya," I said softly. Drunk words are still thoughts we've been too afraid to voice. Her lips trembled. "So, that's it? You're just walking away?" I smiled faintly. "No. You walked away the moment you decided I wasn't enough." She tried to speak, but nothing came out. Silence stretched between us, heavy with the apologies that would never fix anything. A week later, she texted again. "I miss you." I stared at it, then replied, "You miss the man who loved you like you were the only one. That man learned his lesson." I blocked her, not out of spite, but because I realized love isn't supposed to feel like constantly proving yourself, begging to be enough for someone who only notices your flaws. Months passed. I found peace in small things. Morning coffee, quiet walks, reconnecting with friends I'd lost touch with. I laughed again. Not because life was easier, but because I was living it for myself. Sometimes, late at night, I thought of her, of the way her eyes used to sparkle when she laughed, but never about going back. That night, when she sent that message, she gave me what I had been too afraid to ask for. Closure. Her words, "You don't deserve me," were meant to hurt me, but instead they awakened me. No, I didn't deserve her. I deserved peace. I deserved honesty. I deserved someone who wouldn't make me question my worth. And that, her words transformed into my response, was the reply she would never forget.